Welcome back to Hear Me Out. I'm Dee,
I'm E.
and today's video is about a former supermodel who unfortunately was caught in a very vulnerable moment, and more unfortunately, for whatever reason, that video was released. So, we're obviously not going to show that video. We're not necessarily going to make fun of this video or anything like that, but we do want to just go over some of the details of what happened because clearly this was all released with no context or anything like that. So, what did you find?
All right, so this article is from NBC Miami. It happened here in my hometown. Not that I'm proud. But this video, not video, this article is from Nico Clemens. The title is I Just Want to Live My Life. Gisele Bundchen cries about paparazzi after being pulled over in Surfside. So, police body cam footage, we have questions.
Mm-hmm.
Shows an emotional Gisele Bundchen crying about being followed by paparazzi after she was pulled over by officers in Surfside on Wednesday. So that was a few days ago. Surfside police did not write up a report, so it's unclear why officers pulled over the supermodel. In the body cam, the officer is seen approaching Bundchen in her SUV and ordering her to roll down her window. Then she says, "There's paparazzi right there." The distraught supermodel eventually rolls down her window halfway and points to someone who was trying to take photos of her. "He's right there in the gray car," she says. The officer says, "Okay, there's nothing I can do about that." The officer then appears to walk over to the paparazzi following the supermodel. "Leave my traffic stop." Leave my traffic, whatever that means. He paparazzi. The officer goes back to Giselle's SUV and gives her a warning, telling her that he'll give her a courtesy. "I understand who you are. There's nothing I can do about that," he tells the supermodel. "I know, but he's stalking me," she says. Okay, then file a report with Miami Beach," the officer responds. Bunchen then gets emotional and starts crying. What do you need? Why are you crying?" the officer asks. She says, "I'm so tired. Everywhere I go, I have this blank guy after me. Nothing protects me." The officer says, "I can't do nothing." She's like, "I can't do nothing. I just want to live my life." The officer's final message wasn't reassuring to Bunchen. "I can't prevent them from doing their job, which is to take pictures," he tells her. "I don't even know what's allowed," she says. After the warning, Giselle drove off. The supermodel, obviously, we have to talk about a man, divorced the retired NFL star Tom Brady in 2022 after 13 years of marriage and became emotional talking about the split in an interview last month. So the paparazzi were following her and she started crying. What do
So,
we
why did this article feel the need to mention the fact that she became emotional during an interview where she was talking about her divorce? Like, why? That's unnecessary.
articles about women usually have their age, what they were wearing, who were they married or divorced to, and anything that makes them kind of look weak or
Vulnerable. As
vulnerable.
if it wasn't enough that a video of her being emotional was circulated everywhere to the tabloids and all of that. Which, so my assumption as far as this video, two things. It was either provided by someone in the police department, leaked or whatever, or paparazzi or somebody else put in a FOIA request to get the body cam footage and then they released it because they have access to it now. These are public things that anybody can literally access. So it's unfortunate because, again, it was a vulnerable moment for her that clearly didn't need to be shared with the world. But maybe it something good can come of it because clearly the reason she was upset, as she was saying, is that she's tired of it. She feels there's nothing she can do. But hopefully someone can provide her some sort of assistance, and maybe there are laws or something in place that can kind of protect her. Because there's there I understand that the paparazzi, as the officer said, they have a job to do, right? Taking pictures. but there should be guidelines as far as what they can and cannot do. There should be some sort of boundaries, because I feel like we all know and learned from nearly 30 years ago what happened with Princess Diana. And I know that here in the US, like, there are certain laws in place when it comes to the paparazzi, but I think it may be just depending on what state you're in or whatever. But it's not the way that it is in, like, let's say the UK. Like, we recently learned they have laws where you're not able to take those long lens photos of the royals, for example, or like celebrities and things like that. Like, so there should be something, right? There should be something done, I feel, for these kind of situations, because it's not right, it's not fair to have to continually have to deal with people that are just harassing you. And that's like literally their job, is to harass you.
Man, you really took all my talking points. You know, I don't know about you guys, but I do a lot of my thinking in the shower. So I read articles and I'm like, oh yeah, we touched on this, we touched on that. So, like Dee said, the UK at least has some guidelines, the US doesn't, which is unfortunate. But I think I've mentioned in other articles how, you know, sometimes celebrity use the paparazzi to their advantage to promote themselves, to promote their businesses, especially in the beginning of their career. And
Hmm.
then they're like, oh, we want privacy, you
Right.
know? And then when they're ready for us, okay, come back.
Yeah.
So being famous, especially in that level, whether you wanted it or not, I feel like it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Um, and I know that sounds pretty insensitive because everybody deserves some privacy. But, you know, that's your job. I mean, that's their job also. You really can't be mad at the paparazzi for following you.
I get what
But
you're saying, for sure.
but I think that it sucks, and the way to fix this is by having laws. I was reading a couple of articles and it said that her mom recently passed away.
Oh,
She
dang.
passed away January 28th of this
Wow.
year. So, I
Yeah.
mean, she just divorced Tom Brady, even though we popped off a little bit,
Yeah.
maybe what, a year ago and change.
Yeah.
There were
Yeah.
allegations of her having an affair. You know, this is all a big adjustment. The paparazzi, they could be, you know, ASS holes, obviously, completely invading your space. So
Yeah.
I think it was just such a vulnerable moment for her. Like she has a lot of things going on. And it's very unfortunate that we have to see her in this light. So I think just the best way to fix all these issues is by having these laws that protect the kids, because
Yeah.
paparazzi follow kids here. You
Yeah.
know, similar laws to the UK where you can't do a certain miles or kilometers, certain cameras, I don't know. Whatever y'all decide, I'm cool with. Clearly, I'm not famous. Nobody's following me around.
Yeah.
But, you know, there should be like a happy medium somewhere. They can't expect full-fledged privacy, but you can't harass them either.
Yeah. I agree. Literally the same thing I was thinking.
And I don't know. I just feel so bad for her. Like
I
she just
know.
so distraught, and it made me kind of sad. But then,
Yeah.
you know, I'm I'm also a realist, and that's why I say the paparazzis also have a job to do. They have bosses to report to. They got people to feed. That's unfortunately the nature of the job.
Not, no, for sure, but also, like, not to the extent, like she said, that he's stalking her. That I feel is a completely different situation. And we do have stalker laws, but I mean, not to get into it too much because I know that this would require a whole nother video, but the country doesn't protect women to begin with, and the laws aren't really there to protect women. It is hard for a woman to get a restraining order on someone who's stalking her, or on a domestic violent partner. Like, it is very, very difficult for women in this country. So even if this person, yes, may be doing their job, but if, like she says, he is stalking her, that's a whole
Mm.
nother level. That's
Yeah,
something else. That's not just his job. He's doing something that is illegal and that should be punishable. So hopefully, like I said, if there could be some silver lining to this whole situation and the video coming out, is that maybe something can be done to help her with this scenario and hopefully for the future.
definitely. But guys, let us know what you think in the comments. Should there be laws protecting celebrities against these paparazzis? Are the paparazzis just doing their job? Um, what do we feel? Did you feel any kind of way watching Gisele just like break down?
Yeah.
Do you like Tom Brady? Because obviously we got to bring him up for some reason. Let us know in the comments. But that concludes today's video. If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. Also, please share our video. We're trying to grow our community so your friends can be our friends and we can all be friends. We also have social media, which Steve will tell you about.
We're on TikTok and Instagram at Hear Me Out DNE. So make sure you guys like, follow, share, and comment. You can also listen to our videos in podcast format via YouTube Music and Spotify.
All right, guys, we'll see you next time. Peace.
Bye.
Bye.